Hi there, my name is Nuz and I'm part of the Let's Improve Workplace Wellbeing initiative. We're really pleased to bring you these little snippets and tips around the employer's practical guide to improving financial wellbeing in the workplace. I was the former Health and Wellbeing Lead at IKEA and now also sit on a variety of different initiatives all around wellbeing, but have a particular passion for financial wellbeing. It's really that it's about improving financial literacy in the workplace through really strategic wellbeing initiatives. I work alongside Ryan Briggs, who very kindly helped me. He's the Client Relationships Manager and accredited Workplace Financial Education and Wellbeing Specialist at Wronski Wealth Management. So Ryan partners with a number of employers of all sizes across the UK to help them implement and improve financial well-being for the employees, and this can range from research to support to education, guidance and advice. So we bring you today 10 tips that look at possibly as you are starting out on your journey for financial well-being, or in terms of looking at your financial well-being strategy, aligning it to your overall well-being strategy. So we start off today with tip number 1, which is all around research. It's really vital to start speaking to your people and really understanding what their needs are and where perhaps they need the support. It's to be open to ask for feedback and really have that continuous conversation. Tip number 2 is all around being inclusive. Your people will be at different stages on the well-being scale with various levels of experience. So it is to appreciate that. So to ensure that they really understand and it's reflected in the access to different resources, such as debt management or debt consolidation, financial support, as well as things like basic education, basic money matters, guidance and advice. Then we move on to tip number 3. It needs to be varied. Your people want to engage in different ways and at their own pace. This could mean access to a variety of communication methods. So this is looking at things like mobile apps, the various tech, articles, videos, groups, workshops. We know at the moment there are people who are desk-bound and that can get onto various Zoom calls, but there are lots of people that are working remotely. So it's really thinking of innovative ways of really reaching out to them. Could it be a video on WhatsApp, for example, or WhatsApp networks? I used to use Yammer quite a lot. So it's really to be in that varied way of communicating to your workforce. The next tip we have is tip number 4, and that's all around being engaging. I think money matters are still very much taboo in the UK. So to ensure providers, or I guess, are engaging, personable and really approachable, to encourage that interaction, that wherever possible, and that it is relevant content is really important. We move on to tip number 5. It's all around diverse. As we often say, one size does not fit all. Your people are so different in different positions and different points in their lives and careers. So it's to ensure that your financial well-being actually covers a range of relevant topics, from financial well-being to basic budgeting. What does it mean to have emergency funds and savings? What does it mean to look out for a mortgage, the various insurances, pensions, investing and retirement planning, but to not overcomplicate it because different people are at different positions. So really appreciate that you do have a diverse workforce, and how do you keep the messaging in line with this diversity. Tip number 6 is all around measurable. I guess with everything that we do, we need to think of where are we now and where do we want to be. And financial well-being is not any different. You can actually see a trend of how things have improved. So ensure you are measuring that impact. You can track progress over time and really establish what is working. And that can be supported through your financial well-being providers. It is definitely asking the right questions and understanding these measures to get a value on investment. Tip number 7 is all about being flexible. It's to enable your employers and employees to really get involved as and when the time is right for them, because we know not everyone will be as open to engage in the first instance. So it should be easy for new starters to start their journey at whatever point they like. So choose providers as well when you're thinking about these financial well-being elements that offer bespoke solutions that can really evolve over time. We then come to tip number 8, which is all around continuity. And the key is about continuously, with behavior, people need time to be reminded of the benefits of certain things, and that doesn't matter whether it's in mental health or whether it's in physical. It takes on average 21 days for behavior to really be installed in someone. So if you think in terms of that, doing a workshop only at one time and then forgetting it for another 6 months and then doing it then may not really solidify the messaging. So it's really to think about repeat sessions over a longer period of time to support your employees and allow that engagement to come in, but also at their own pace. So it's always prompting them to really thinking about their financial well-being. Tip number 9 is all around feedback. So really find out what people like and what works best. It's opening that dialogue so that it's not a one-way communication. It is all about, we've implemented this, what did you think of that? And do you think you gained anything? What could we improve? So don't be afraid to change things up and not keep it the same. Your initiatives will evolve over time, and it's really about keeping that feedback coming through. And then last, although not least, I think we talk about openness. We know as a nation in the UK, there is this barrier of not talking about money matters. You will see scenarios, and I have in my experience around financial well-being, where people are too afraid to actually share the circumstances that they are really in when perhaps they've lost their job or perhaps they've lost an income stream. So it's really, how do we create that atmosphere of trust and openness to really start taking these real conversations, because it does create trust. So try to create ways that people feel comfortable about discussing financial topics and themes, and it tends to come from storytelling. Often the ones that are brave enough to say, I have had it tough, or this is the situation I've been in and this is how I overcame it, can really help the situation. So those are the 10 tips that we have from Ryan and myself at Let's Improve Workplace Wellbeing. We really look forward to being able to share more detail within each of them, but please do reach out and let us know what you think. Thanks so much.